Hey guys, welcome to another vlog. We're picking up right where the last one left off. I'm working on these card game score sheets and I'm making them into notepads. And I just thought of a way to make the page size more even. Because last time I made them, it was borderless printing. I just had to cut down the middle. This new printer cannot print borderless, so I have to trim off the white edges, and it's resulting in the page sizes being like having more variation than the notepad looks funky. But here's what I thought. Okay, I trimmed down the middle because it was one big sheet like this. I cut down the middle and then I trimmed off one edge of the short edges. Doesn't matter if it's the top or the bottom. Wait, I didn't do that on this last chunk. I'm cutting them in chunks of 6. What a great example. Okay. There's white top and bottom. I have to cut off the white on one of those edges. Doesn't matter which. So yes, one long edge, one short edge, pre-trimmed. The other's not trimmed. And I went through the full stack of papers for this notepad, so they're all done. And then I can put this sizing thing in to trim all of those to the exact same size. So the notepads are supposed to be 13.5 centimeters wide. I just want to double check that we actually cut off enough of the edge by doing this. I might have to do like an extra millimeter or something. But again, taking about 6 sheets at a time. And I just have to make sure I cut the entire... Sorry if that was loud. I gotta make sure I'm cutting the entire notepad, like one single notepad in its entirety before I move this. So I have to cut those long edges on all of them. And then don't worry about the short edge yet, because we want to make sure this thing stays in the exact same spot. The only thing is I maybe am cutting off a little too much because the borders are not even. Because none of the color gets cut off on the inner edge, but whatever, who cares? That's good enough. Maybe I will move it over 1 more millimeter, but not for this notepad because we want them to all be the same size. I have to stick to what I've done. And now that the long edges are cut, we gotta cut the short edge. So this should be 21 centimeters long. Woo! So now the papers are mostly all the same size. There's tiny, tiny differences. Maybe from like when the blade cuts, it kind of splays the papers ever so slightly. But they're mostly all the same size. It's certainly an improvement compared to this first one that I did. So yay! This was the test subject, and it'll be my pad that I keep. It also said score sheet in the corner, and I changed it so that it's blank, so you can write the name of the game that you're playing. And then I just put on some chipboard, sandwich it between some books, and put some tacky glue on. But I don't plan on doing any of the gluing today. I just wanted to try my new cutting method, and it worked quite well. So I'm going to continue printing more sheets throughout the week, but I'm not going to bother making them until probably the weekend. Well, you know what? I can get use of these binder clips for now. Just clip a notepad together. Haha! And that way when I go to glue them, they're already separated out into a notepad of 50 sheets. But yeah, it's currently Wednesday. I need to plan out my next 7 days because I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing. There's of course always a lot to do. I gotta figure out what tasks I should prioritize this week, figure out what I'm doing when, so I'm gonna write in my little weekly planner pad. I also have a meeting with Canada Post soonish. So that'll be a Microsoft Teams meeting. We'll do that. It's going to be pretty short probably. It's like a half-hour time slot, so I don't see it taking even that whole slot, honestly. It's just like a check-in thing. They just want to update me on the status of things, I guess. And I just have this underlying stress still about Shopify. I talked about it in my last vlog, but they're threatening to suspend my payments account because I have to verify some business details and I'm submitting what they want, but they keep rejecting it. And I think at first the problem was that my name was just first and last name, yet on my documents it included my middle name. But I had no option to like select a different name, but I noticed they added the name. Anyway, they made it so I could select my full name, and then I submitted the documents with my full name, and then it still got rejected. And I even double checked that the documents I'm submitting are the ones that they need. There's like a list of acceptable documents. That's what I submitted. So I'm getting these threatening emails every day, like, you have 14 days, you have 13 days. And I'm like, this is the worst Christmas advent calendar ever. So this morning I woke up to yet another rejection email and I contacted them being like, what do you want from me? What do you want? So I'm waiting to hear back. But I'm like, My store will essentially be shut down if I can't get this sorted. At least like suspended. I won't be able to like accept payments or withdraw money to my bank account from it. So Shopify, help me, help you. And then another thing that's mildly stressing me out is that we were short on some hoodies because our inventory was wrong. And so I ordered in some hoodies and they said they would be here Tuesday. It's now Wednesday. They're not here and estimated delivery is tomorrow. And I'm like, oh, okay, we need to get these out. Like, it's the holiday season. I want to make sure people have things before Christmas. There is a 1-week processing time on made to order apparel for this very reason, in case we have to like rush order something in. So we're still within the 1 week. We'll get it out within the 1 week, but it's still bothering me. I'm just praying it actually comes tomorrow and hopefully early enough that we could still get it out with tomorrow's mail pickup. And I forget what countries these are shipping to, but if it's like US, maybe I'll just upgrade it to expedited parcel. We'll see. So I'm prioritizing my tasks based off of this, like what's coming up next in the shop. So DTF tees and sticker sheets. I would also just love another sweatshirt design, ideally embroidery. So I wrote my priorities at the bottom. Make new sweatshirt and or DTF design. That's kind of confusing. I meant like and or t-shirt DTF. Sweatshirt embroidery, t-shirt DTF. I don't know if I'll get around to both of those, but at least like get cracking on it, see what I come up with. I want to design the next sketchbook and order it before Christmas. And organize all the overstock apparel because there's more that I've come across. So I already knew about these shirts, but they're in their own separate listing on the website, and I might merge them over to the main overstock listing. But then also there are some brown ones. I can't remember if these are listed separately or not, but because there are so few, I'm not convinced all are listed. I gotta look. And then a few more things. Oh yeah, this. We were sent the wrong color blank. It barely looks different, but it's technically the wrong light blue shade, but we stitched it out anyway. So it's technically a one-of-a-kind, even though you can get something very, very similar on the website. And we have this one, which is just an overstock of a large pink one. And then we have a black zip that has the fall florals colors instead of silver florals. That combo is not even available on the website, largely because the black stem kind of blends into the black sweatshirt, but that's stuff I can add to the overstock. What is it, Mushy? Really? But yeah, Christian's been organizing the embroidery room today. He got rid of all these boxes, like took the blanks out of them that were in them, which is so satisfying. He's just making sure he's all organized, and he's also going to be doing a deep clean of the room, and we ordered some new stacking bins to go in there just to organize stock more efficiently. And if you're thinking, where are we fitting more bins? It's going to be here. It might be a little squish, but we'll move the stabilizer and put more of these black stacking bins. Their open face is actually so convenient, and just how wide they are. They're not too deep. It's just easy to access. Because even ones like this, it's such a small opening. So that's the plan. But just look at how much we have. Like, we had our latest shop update. A lot of this stuff technically needs restocks. But it's just like, it takes up so much space already. There's just stuff everywhere. It goes into the closet. There are these 2 boxes. There are more boxes in the furnace room. And then underneath here, look at all these. That's another reason why I want some new designs made, so we can just move more of these blanks. I haven't designed any new embroidery since the stationery collection, which was in April. So, I'm gonna make some new ones. And then I wrote next week sticker sheets. So I don't have everything filled out yet, like Wednesday through Tuesday, because I think it depends how today goes. Like, first of all, finish vlog edit. Woohoo! I got my meeting. I got to upload that card score sheet because I'm going to upload a free version of this to my website. But yeah, sketching the apparel ideas. Like, let's say I come up with an embroidery design. Am I going to start to digitize it this week? Probably. So I want to leave room for that kind of thing. And I haven't written in design the next sketchbook. I haven't written that in yet, but it'll go in there somewhere, whether I could start it Thursday, the weekend, or the next week. And then I wrote evening Survivor and Night Rain, just so I don't forget that I don't have an open evening. I mean, I would if I only watched Survivor, but I kind of want to play a little bit of Night Rain because I haven't played it in at least 2 months. The DLC came out, and I gotta brush up my skills. And then on Thursday, edit the vlog so far and make the thumbnail for the Friday vlog. organize that overstock apparel I was just showing you, and pack the orders because Thursday is mail pickup. So those tasks shouldn't take the whole day. I can use whatever leftover time I have to work on other things. Friday is game stream day. My dad wants me to try to snag some concert tickets for him, so I have that written in. Then weekend, I'm not sure, but I thought it'd be fun if on Sunday I do a stream where I work on my miniatures kit, because I've been seeing a lot of miniatures videos online, and I'm like, I want to work on my little kit for a little bit. So that's tentatively what I'm doing on Sunday. So even though every day is not fully planned out, I know my tasks for the week, and I'll fit those in where I can. The meeting is in 45 minutes, so what I'm going to do right now is take this file, wipe out the background because I don't own the rights to these bicycle cards, just have it be plain white, and get that all uploaded and listed on the website. Da-da-da-da. So I'm going to have the 2 sheets per page available, and the single version, both will be included in the download, and you can use whichever one you want. Minush, were you interfering with my meeting? Yes, she had to make an appearance and get some attention. And the printer started getting real loud at one point in the meeting. I was like, oh God. Because it's been stuck in a print job. I was like, well, I guess I'll leave it. But I forgot that occasionally it does a really loud thing. By the way, this is my background for my meetings. When I have my Canada Post meetings, they see all of this. But yeah, the meeting went well. I just got some like holiday cutoff times and updates on the strike, because the strike's essentially over. The Canada Post workers are fully back to work. They have been for a while. But the new agreement is not signed yet. One thing I didn't realize is that they will get to vote still. Like, there's one more vote as to whether or not they are going through with it. So there's a chance it could still get rejected. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. And then the contract is supposed to be for 4 years. But they can choose to use the 2 years that they've been on strike. They could use those as the first 2 years of the contract, so it'd only be in effect for 2 more years, or they pay people out and have it valid for the next 4 years. So yeah, I'm just chilling for now. Things are running smoothly. Hopefully there aren't too many hiccups. Now, the card listing, I didn't quite get it up in time before the meeting. I'm waiting for my products to import into my digital download software that I use. It's more of a website, I guess. Minush, I need to sit. Is there room for my butt? Excuse me. There, I get a little bit of chair. So I use Fetch app for my digital downloads. It's a Shopify app, and it'll email people the links to their digital downloads. It's been quite nice, actually. But when you go to add a new product, you first have to import all your Shopify products. And then you can do a purge where it deletes any product that doesn't have a file attached to it, which is nice because then it's like, it's only showing the products that are digital downloads. But yeah, first it does have to import everything. And ever since I introduced made-to-order embroidery, it takes forever because the made-to-order has over 1,000 different variants. So it takes ages to do the importing step now. It used to be just like 30 seconds. Now it's multiple minutes. Let me see if it's done now because it was running during the meeting. It still says processing and then result null. Does that mean it's still going? It must be, because when I search card game, the listing is not there. I wanted to show the actual listing, but I can't have it public yet. But I made these photos. Oh, hey. That's the main photo. Card game score sheet. Wow. And then it shows that it comes with the single sheet and the double for easy printing. And it's free. So that's all set up. It would be in the digital downloads category. So the digital downloads used to be under stationary notepads, but I moved them because I don't want it to interfere with the notepad deal I have, which is buy 5, get the 6th free. So they're in their own category. It's under stationary digital downloads. And there they are, but not the new one, not yet. And by the way, you can click on these headers to see everything. Like, there's a drop-down menu here, but you can just click on stationery to see all the stationery items. That applies to anything with the drop-down menu, like apparel. There's sweatshirts and t-shirts, but if you just click the word apparel, it shows both. Woo! I don't think I have those brown t-shirts listed, because those were probably just leftovers, like spares I had kept. So yeah, we have the colorful pocket tees listed, but not those brown ones. I'll have to add those. Ah, it came through. I just tried again a couple minutes later. It's imported. So I click that product. I'm just gonna edit the title so that it no longer says default title. I don't know why it adds that. Thank you very much. Price $0. And then I just attach the files. I've already uploaded the files to Fetch app. So we'll do plain score sheet double and plain score sheet. You can attach multiple things. And submit. Now I can make this public. Whee! So let's see if it's there now. It is! Okay, maybe I don't want it first. I might actually move it to the bottom. You know, I want the other stuff first, especially the coloring book. That needs to be number one. This is a little unrelated to everything else, so it needs to go at the bottom. So planner pads, whenever I release one, I also have a digital version available. But then with notepads, there's not a digital version available until that notepad sells out. And I think I need to add floral cats now. That's already been restocked once, and it's now sold out again. So the notepad version of this, that technically needs to get added. I guess I'll do that right now. And I think Lunamoth as well. Yeah, Lunamoth is sold out. Strawberry's getting close. That's what it was doing during the meeting. Anyway, my file has this bleed around it, so I'm gonna save up a version where it's cropped to be exactly 5x7, no bleed, and that's what the digital download will be. I wish I had thought of this sooner because I'm gonna have to make listings for these and then do that Fetch app import again. I have a template for these product photos, so I can just paste in the Luna and change the background color. Okay, the 2 new notepad downloads are there at the top after the coloring book, of course. And then scrolling down, the card game score sheet is at the bottom. Now for the apparel brainstorming. I did not think I would be drawing a cat as I am here. I had a whole list of ideas, which you will see after this art segment. I go through them all. I was listing some out, and then I combined some of the cat ideas into one, and it's like a cat carrying a paintbrush and there's paw prints behind him. Now, I swear someone suggested something like this recently in my comments or somewhere. So if that was you, come forward. Or I imagined it all, but I swear, like in recent history, it had to have been within like the last few months or something. But whatever. I want more like art themed designs in my shop, just and like crafty hobbies and stuff. And so this works well, but I feel like I do a lot of cat stuff. And I was like, okay, I was not going to do cat yet, but here we are. This idea just stuck. And it was supposed to be a brainstorming session where I draw out a bunch of different ideas, but I just stuck with one and really refined it, which kind of worked out because now I have a nice refined design. But yeah, I started with a cat profile view because I feel like that's a really good silhouette, because it's going to be, if it's embroidered, it's going to be stitched out in solid color with no outlines. And so we need the shapes to read nicely, but I didn't want it to look realistic like how I first drew. It was just like realistic looking cat in terms of proportions. But then also the paw prints from that angle, like the way I drew them is not even in the correct perspective, because they would just look like little ovals. In the proper perspective, it wouldn't look so much like a paw print. So I was trying to redraw it a little more stylized, but a little more 3/4, at least with like the head turned a bit more towards the viewer. But I wasn't liking that the way that looked. I quickly tried a top-down view, but again, the silhouette doesn't read well enough for that. But that is a view where the paw prints would be nice, crisp, flat paw prints. And then I was trying to stylize the face a little bit more here. And I liked the idea of the little lips over the brush, and then there's no chin or anything under the brush. That works out well for a silhouette type design, because then you don't have to have any kind of outlines stitched for the mouth. So then trying like a 3/4 top down view for the kitty stylized. I really liked that, but not quite the angle, because again, I feel like the silhouette is not readable enough in that angle, but I kind of like the style of the head and the chibiness of the body. I felt like I was getting somewhere with that, and I tried to make it a little more side view at the bottom, and that was looking horrendous. Erased it, and then here I'm trying to visualize it on a shirt, because if I do have the kitty at an angle, it's not going to be straight across the chest of the shirt. I guess that's okay. It will run a little diagonally. And then I tried again here, and this was the winner. But bear with me because I erase a lot on this one. before we get to the final look. So don't judge too hard yet. But yeah, this was still 3/4 view, but not as top down as that last one I liked. And again, trying to keep the little chibi-ish proportions. And this is the one that worked out. And now I'm kind of torn about the coloring because I feel like it needs to be a black cat. I just feel like it needs to be, because that'll work so well for all the different apparel colors. And I want something solid. I want just a solid color cat. Okay, so it has to be white or it has to be black. And I just feel like black would pop. There's a reason black cats are so popular on merch, and black dogs too, especially Scotties. It's just because like the silhouette works and the solid color. I feel like that would be so nice, because then we could have white paint for the paw prints, because that's again neutral, will look good on every color. And then the paintbrush, I wrote on my sheet brown, but it'd probably be more like a gold. So the eyes would be gold, the paintbrush handle would be gold, and the bristles, but then the tip would be white because of the paint. I also played around in the earlier sketches with having white tipped paws, but I don't think it looks very good. And I think it makes more sense that the cat just stepped in some shallow paint, and so the underside of its paws are white, but not up the sides of its paws, if that makes sense, not like little booties. So that's how we came to all of this. The only thing I might change with the design is I might make the paintbrush handle a little thicker, but other than that, this is pretty much good to go. I feel like this is amazing. Except this is embroidery. I was going to do like a DTF shirt design, like a really detailed thing. But then also something more simple for embroidery. So this is the simple for embroidery. Yeah, I'm torn about how to make it work for a t-shirt without it being too much of a big chunk. Because for a sweatshirt, I could do a bigger version of the design. I'm unsure about scale for now, but that's it. That's how it looks. Doodling those cats made me want to look up Madeira Frosted Matte 30 thread again. So for thread weights, 40 is your standard embroidery thread. 30 is thicker. The bigger the number, the thinner the thread. And according to my Frosted Matte chart here, it's available in 40 and 30. But not all colors are available in the 30. Only colors with a red dot beside them are available in 30. And I've always wondered if I should switch to that, because this 40 weight thread is not the same thickness as their standard thread 40 weight. Like the regular shiny embroidery thread, it's thicker than this stuff, even though they're both 40 weight. So then to make sure my embroidery doesn't have gaps, I have to increase the stitch density. But you want the stitch density as low as possible, especially when doing fills, because the embroidery will just be like very dense and it'll be more prone to warping and puckering. This is probably too much fills, okay? This design, I think I went too far. I mean, it looks great, but those are big fills, especially with that matte thread. So part of me has always wondered, should I switch to regular embroidery thread, or should I give the Frosted Matte 30 a try? The problem is the 30's not available anywhere. I'm assuming I could special order it in, because Madeira USA only has the 40 weight. Canso is a Canadian supplier of this thread. They only have the 40 weight, but they only have about like 25 colors or so to choose from. Maybe 30, I don't know, which is nuts. And it's a special order item. Although I'm pretty sure I've special ordered other colors from them that were not on their list. So I'm assuming they would let me special order the 30 weight thread. But like right now, everything's digitized for the 40 weight, and I can't have Christian switching out the thread colors between 30 and 40 all the time. I mean, maybe he wouldn't mind, but that would just be kind of ridiculous to track. Like, is that the thin version of the thread or not? I just feel like that'd be a logistical nightmare. So either I stick to the thread I have now, or I completely switch it over to the 30. So certain embroidery designs would need new colors as well. Something like Stationery Brown might have to be fully retired. But for sure fix the digitizing to adjust all the stitch density and do test stitching. Like it would be a big job, but it could be beneficial. I don't know. Or do I just make things easy on myself and switch to regular shiny thread? Because I could use a brand that's not Madeira and something that's easier to get here in Canada from Canadian suppliers. The matte is just so nice on certain things. I think it's just such a cute look. But I don't know. This is the dilemma I've been having for a while now. Because like the cat design I just made, I don't think I should do it with the 40 weight Frosted Matte. So either I do it with my shiny thread, which wouldn't be too bad because we have black, we have white, and we do have some kind of goldish color, and I could always order more of it as well. So for now, to keep things simple, that's what I'm leaning towards, is just shiny thread for the kitty. Because also we just have a lot of thread still. And my only option if I switch to the thicker thread would be to try to sell off the thread I have. So that's what I was doing, looking into all that. I only ended up drawing that one design so far anyway, although it's 5:30 at the moment. Survivor's at 6. But I thought I would just be doodling generic ideas, not fine-tuning the idea like I did with the cat, so that's exciting. I can pretty much scan that in and digitize right over it, so that's fun, and I'm really liking the cat. But let me also tell you some of the other ideas I wrote down. Some of these are just very generic. I haven't fleshed out the ideas at all. Like, for example, plants. Okay, like that's not specific at all. Books. Again, a little vague. It's not like a concrete idea. Frogs is the one I almost drew. Like a little frog head, and then there could be a lily pad with the flower on it. Almost like a variation of the little ducky shirt, but it's a frog instead of a ducky, and then instead of the daisies, it's the lily pads. And then citrus, again, generic. That's carried over from previous brainstorming. Mushroom, because, you know, I've done mushroom sketchbook. I've never done a mushroom sweatshirt design or anything. I'd probably tweak it. It wouldn't look like the sketchbook one, but could be similar. I don't know. I haven't figured that one out yet. Just an idea. I've had a cat run cycle stuck in my head where the shirt has 3 kitties across it in various stages of a run cycle, and then each cat's a different color. That was one of the things I thought of before I even got the machines. Artist cat, that kind of evolved into what I did, because then under that I wrote cat with paintbrush and mouth, and then below that cat with paint footprints. So all that kind of got combined into what you just saw. Although artist cat, I was thinking more like, he's got a beret, he's got an easel, but maybe that's getting too much detail. Maybe that's better for a sticker or something. And that's as far as my list got, because I got real excited about the cat with the footprints. That's how we ended up here. But the frog would be a nice simple one for a shirt. I did not finish my tea, which, by the way, looks like actual poo water. It's chocolatey chai, and then I added a small scoop of hot chocolate mix, but it just made it look nasty. Tastes good though. So now I've left it too close to supper. If I chug this now, I'm not gonna have room.
Supper's ready.
Okay. Maybe I'll just reheat it after supper as a little dessert. And I'm back down here. It's 8:37. I haven't done any Night Rain. I might play it tomorrow night. I've just spent time on other things and I'm getting tired. I just felt so stressed. I had to just come down here and ruminate. I was looking into some stuff. I think my Shopify issue is resolved. So I heard back from them earlier today. They basically were telling me, like, stop sending in documents so we can verify them. It's because I would get an email every day saying your stuff's rejected, submit new documents here. So I would like submit new documents, but they told me stop. And I was like, okay, I didn't hear anything else from them, and I didn't get any kind of email saying it all went through. But when I go in my Shopify dashboard to look at everything, it's good now. Like, there were a couple icons that had a yellow dot next to them. Now they have green dots next to them. So I think it's been resolved. I can't even access the upload documents page anymore. So I think we're good. So that is such a relief, because I think that was just gnawing away at me, even though I figured it would get resolved. And I know there's time, but there's just that little voice in my head stressing me out. And then I saw an email from the book printer for the coloring book. They sent me 3 different pictures of the books and sent a video of them doing a complete flip through, and it's ready to ship out. The full batch, not the sample. So I didn't go forward with a sample because they let me know it would be printed on a different printer. And I was like, oh, here we go again. Like, it's worthless for me to get the sample if it's going to be printed on a different printer. And I've already received sample papers from them that I've tested markers and pencil on. And, I've done my tests already technically. So I decided to just move forward with batch production. But it's going to take a while to get here probably. It's coming from overseas by sea. So I'm anticipating like a month to a month and a half shipping time. Who really knows? it depends how much time it spends at ports, you know, because the actual sailing time is not that long. So that's 2 bits of good news. My spirits are feeling lifted. Woo! Oh, and those sweatshirts that I was expecting yesterday that didn't come, they were delivered today. So Christian's gonna stitch those out first thing tomorrow, and they can go out with the Thursday mail pickup. I'm usually of the mindset of I try to not stress about things too much until it actually becomes a problem, because I don't want to cause myself unnecessary worry, but sometimes I just can't help it. You did it. All right, it's now Thursday. I've got more notepads printing, of course. This is the stack I have already. So this one's already cut, ready to glue. The rest still need cutting as well. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. And I thought I printed one last night to run while I was sleeping or whatever, but I must have forgotten. Or I ran it before Survivor, and then I did pick it up after Survivor. But I could have printed another one. Because I want to make minimum 10 of these, ideally more. And printing is the longest part because it takes over 1.5 hours to print one thing. So far today, I've been editing this vlog that you're watching right now. I also uploaded the vlog that's going up tomorrow. Tomorrow for me. You've already seen it. Hopefully you've watched the last vlog. I got that uploaded and I made the thumbnail, did all the settings and whatnot. And now we're packing orders. I have a few done already because these are resends. One was a package that was rejected by customs in Germany. I don't know why. It doesn't say why in the tracking. Sometimes it says why on the, like with the package when I get it back, but in this case, I'm not waiting for it to come back because it's just some small items that I have a lot of. It's not like it's a one-of-a-kind sweatshirt or something. I don't have to wait for the package to come back. So I'm sending that out now. And then I have a couple where I was missing an item in an order. This happened twice, this shop update with prints, where I sent someone the wrong print. So I must have scanned the correct barcode, but then grabbed the wrong print because they're all really close to each other. I could see how that could happen. And then one is a sticker. Don't know how that happened, but I have plenty, so I'm sending out the replacement sticker. But ever since I introduced the barcode scanning, I miss way fewer items, or you know, sometimes I might grab the wrong thing. I might grab Shady Shamrock sticker instead of Shady Shamrock's print. But now it's much more reliable, and I'm sending out way fewer packages. Not that it was like a gigantic deal, but I rarely have to send something out like this. So it's paying off. Plus, it's just peace of mind while packing because I don't have to sit there and double check and count everything. It's just like, okay, I feel like I'm packing faster because I'm not having to double check. In other news, I did get confirmation from Shopify that the papers I submitted are accepted and everything's good. The email came through today saying it's all solved. So my shop is no longer in jeopardy. Everything's good. Now, for these orders, I have 14 open orders right now, so let's do those. This first one's for Ellery. This was for one of those 2XL faded black hoodies. Ta-da! And I not only ordered the 2 that we were short, but I ordered a few more, 5 in total, but I guess one has to be the spare, so there would be 2 left listed on the website. Okay. Since this is the only item, I can stick it in there and put it in a poly mailer. And the other one's for Laura, and also Mountain Cat art print, Shady Shamrock's bookmark, sticker, print, and the Gazebo Cats print, the meeting print, hi Midna, and the Halloween Cats print. This one's shipping here in Alberta, so they'll still get it in time for Christmas. That's good. The other one's international, so I don't think it was gonna make it regardless. But it might, you never know. Sometimes those international ones get there in like a week. I don't know why, sometimes it's so fast. Here's Samantha's order. Here's Anthony's order. Sarah's order. Sheila's order. Alondra's order. David's order. Denise's order. Karen's order. This finally sold. It was the last overstock item in stock. Midna has been meowing non-stop, and she would put her paws up and paw at the shelf a couple times, and I was like, maybe she wants up. So I moved one of the print bins onto the floor and lifted her up, and now she's been chilling mostly silently. Still the odd meow. Is this what you wanted? I wish I could speak cat. Beep. This is Tara's order. This is Quiona's order. I accidentally packaged it up halfway, so that's it. Here's Rusa's order. And last but not least, Cody's order. All right, it's now time to move these to my overstock listing and add these and then these few things. Just get it all up. These will need photographing, at least this sweatshirt and that blue t-shirt. These I already have pictures of. I just gotta take stock of what I have. So for stationery brown, I have a medium, an extra large, and two 2XLs. So the light blue is a 2XL, the pink one's a large, and the zip is a medium. And then these ones that have the old purple, we now do a pastel purple on that, but if you want this old version, it's $10 off the price. These are smalls and larges. This is the fall florals on black, by the way. Okay, the new items are up, and I reordered it so all the stuff that's in stock is showing up at the top. I'll eventually remove all the old stuff, but oh, we're missing a couple. I gotta move those to the top. But yeah, I don't remove the sold out ones right away. I just want to give time for people to receive them in case they want to look back at the listing. All right, I've organized the overstock. I've packed the orders. Whee! Now I thought I would have a lot of extra time to do more stuff. I don't have that much leftover time. I have another batch of notepads done. Well, one single notepad. Let's clip it and get another one printing. Wait, I know what I need to do. I forgot to write it on the list, but we decided we were going to wrap each other's Christmas presents today and put them under the tree. Christian's already wrapped mine. I now need to wrap his. Now, one thing I don't think he realizes is that every time he orders something from Amazon, it sends me an email, and I've tried to disable it. I can't. And the name of the item's right there in the subject line. So it sends me it when he orders something and then when it ships. So I've been trying to dodge those emails, but I've seen some stuff. But also, if he was on Amazon, then he might have seen like recently viewed items or whatever. Why does Amazon have to be like that? So he might know what he's getting. I'm gonna speak a bit hushed because he's gonna be going to the main floor to cook supper any minute now. I got him a pajama set that's hopefully similar to one he already owns. I got it from the Critical Role store, like the old one, and he wears that thing literally every single day. Every morning he changes into it, and that's his morning loungewear. And so I'm trying to get him like a second thing that hopefully he'll like. But they didn't have any new pajamas like that on the Critical Role store, but I found these. It's got the same kind of pant where it's just straight leg. There's no cinching at the ankle, and similar style, and it's long sleeve. So hopefully he likes it, and hopefully it's comfy. So the sleeves are black and the pants are black. I wanted navy, but it wasn't gonna get here in time. The next thing, back scratcher with various attachments. Not just that kind of thing, but there's little claws and stuff. It's something he brought up at least a couple months ago as something he would like at some point. So I wrote it in my notes app on my phone so I wouldn't forget. So That's that. And then a new PS5 controller. That's also something he requested. Although not this particular color. It's like a very cool looking green. Bit of a color shift to it. I saw this in my recently viewed items when I was on Amazon, so I'm scared he also saw that. But yeah, it is something he technically asked for. So I'm gonna wrap those up. We have 3 Christmas wrapping papers, so I might as well use one for each gift. He's in the kitchen now. I mustn't speak of the items out loud. Okay. Oh, hi, Kiki. No, I didn't buy your presents yet. No. Okay, this is a little messed up because I opened it because it, like, the sticker was all crinkled. So I was like, did someone open this? So I opened it just to make sure the correct item was inside. Hey. Oh, you're our gift, Kiki. The BB bows. We usually save our bows and just reuse them. We both wrapped our flat ones in the snowman snow paper. Oh, look, Kiki. From Ch. And look, that one has 2 bows. Wow. Now, I thought it'd be fun to time the printout of a notepad to see how long it takes actually instead of just my little estimate, because I feel like I'm underestimating it at an hour and a half. But I'm not going to be down here when this print job finishes. It's done 5 pages and it's working on the 6th. It's about halfway done, that sheet. And it's been a little over half an hour. So let's just say 5 sheets in half an hour. And there are 25 sheets printed. So that would be 2.5 hours. Something like that. Maybe tomorrow I can do a properly timed one earlier in the day. I mean, I just have to time 1 sheet. Oh, shoot. Clock, stopwatch, start. Okay. I was slightly behind. We're gonna see how long it takes to print 1 sheet and we can just times that by 25. But also try to factor in the time between sheets, and sometimes it stops and charges up the ink or something. I don't know what it's doing and then keeps going. I still have a little more time, so what I'm gonna do is scan in the kitty. This kitty. Scan it in so it's ready for digitizing. Okay, there it is. Okay, so that was over 5 minutes. We gotta wait for it to suck the other sheet in though, because I started my timer like right when it started printing. Oh, it's in, it's going. Okay, let's say 5 minutes, 15 seconds. So that's 5.25 minutes times 25, because we're printing 25 sheets. 131.25 minutes. That'd be 2 hours and 11.5 minutes. Okay, it's now Sunday. Friday was game stream day, and I ended up gaming really late with my sister, because at first I was playing Night Rain. I think. Are you f***ing kidding me? We all got wiped out on that one hit when he just needed one little teeny hit left. And then in the evening, I was playing Peek with her, and we did that for quite a while. We never did finish the level though. It was so hard because apparently the level changes every day. So that was the only level we could have done, but we spent so long on it. Neither of us had played Peek before, and so we're like, what does this do? And fumbling around and experiencing everything for the first time. Like the first time my character died and turned into a zombie and started chasing her. Like I have no control over this. It was so funny.
Oh my god, why do I still hear zombie?
I'm coming. Oh, she's right there!
Why is she still after me?
Yeah, my character's a zombie because I died. I'm a ghost. I'm just spectating Brooklyn. And we got sick of attempting that level, so we switched it up and we ended up playing Mage Arena, which is a really interesting game. It's just a simple capture the flag kind of game, and you're all wizards and you have a spell book. You have to flip to the proper page and then speak the spell aloud into your microphone. But because it's a microphone based game, you can hear all the other players and interact with them. Fireball.
Freeze.
Brooklyn, is that you?
Fireball.
Brooklyn.
Fireball.
Freeze! Fireball. Fireball.
Magic missile. Got her.
And I'm not used to online voice, but yeah, that was really, really fun. So I was playing games until 3:30 and I went to sleep at 4:30. So I was up really late. And so Saturday was a wash. Because when I go to bed late like that, I can't sleep in. So I was still up pretty early. I don't know exactly what time, but it must have been around 8 to 8:30 because I was up for quite a while before I noticed it was 10 o'clock. But like I was so tired, I was just like flopped in bed, and I mostly did Pokemon battles on my phone. And I finally got up and showered and made myself some lunch, and then I was gonna read on the couch, and I did read for a bit, but then I fell asleep. So I finally did manage to fall asleep in the afternoon, and I woke up just in time to cook supper. So then I cooked supper and we ate it while watching a movie because we do like a monthly movie theme. This month's theme is a Christmas movie, so Christian picked Die Hard, so we watched that. And then I just went to bed after that. So that was my Saturday. I didn't even make it down here to print sheets for the notepads. And on Friday, I got 2 notepads printed, and then I just forgot about it because I could have had it running while I was streaming, but after 2 batches, I forgot. But let's count how many we have here. 11. We have enough for 11 score sheets. And I need to get more printing right now. I just did a firmware update for the printer. It was running while I was filming this intro, and I think it's done. So we can get more going. I don't know if I'm gonna work on those at all today. Like, I was gonna do it on the weekend. I might just save it for tomorrow. Because also today I want to do that miniatures live stream. But also it might make sense to cut up some notepads and get them glued, and it can dry. I can add more glue layers throughout the live stream. That would make sense. So maybe I will at least start on them. But yeah, I have this miniatures kit. I'm like, what's in this box? Just this. And this is the roof for the cafe. I think I have another container with some pieces. I have other completed pieces in here. I haven't gotten very far in it because I've only worked on it 2 or 3 times. My tools. Wow, wow. Look at all these little flowers. I gotta make plants out of these. Oh. There's all kinds of little bits and pieces to be painted, then glued together. And this is what it's supposed to look like at the end. Magical cafe. So we've done that. We've done that. We are currently on this page. That's as far as I've gotten. We're on page 5, and there are 25 pages. So the roof was the last thing I did. We need to move on to signboards. There's a little coffee maker. And these pieces are so teeny tiny. It's nuts. Sunshade. Flower bed. It'd be nice to get through this whole spread today. Maybe that's a bit ambitious. Half the battle's waiting for paint to dry on all these pieces. Sometimes you need multiple coats, but it's like you can only paint some sides of it, and then you gotta wait for it to dry, then flip it over to paint the other side. So it's very time consuming. It's nice. Some pieces are pre-colored like this. Oh, that saves me so much time. So many tiny props. Where's the plant? Like the tree or whatever. Oh yeah, oh gosh. So here's the tree. You have to create the entire base with wire yourself. So much wire twisting, and then wrapping some twine around it with tissue, then paint it. Then it looks like there are white petals and pink. I have purple and pink, unless the white ones are somewhere else. Well, I guess it is purple. This is purple right here. It just looks white in the the picture. I gotta make the roots too. Oh, now this I'm gonna love. Okay, combining all the little pieces onto the shelves. This is one of the last things, but oh, cause see, I kind of want to get into miniatures, but not this miniature. This is too small. I'm thinking more like Calico Critter size. But see how many items are in this green cabinet? This is the size of it. So just imagine how tiny all those little props are. Those tweezers are gonna be working overtime. We got this little step ladder thing, complete with crank on the side. The table. I think for this one I glued it together, then painted it. And there are 2 of these teeny tiny chairs. Oh my gosh. Hopefully the paint and glue are hanging in there. That's what I'm nervous about. I'm like, I need to finish these quickly before this stuff dries out. I could just mix my own paint colors, I suppose. I've got tons of paint. So I'm trying to decide when to start the live stream, because usually, like for the scheduled streams, I would start at noon and then I go right up until supper time. But if I started a little bit later, it'd be nice if it ran later. That might mean eating my supper on stream. But yeah, like I don't have any other plans for the evening, so I think I don't mind if this does run into the evening. But that leaves me tomorrow to finish up any notepads I'm working on. And I want to do some Christmas shopping tomorrow for my nieces and nephew. And possibly for a little gift basket as well. So yeah, but I haven't done much in terms of like the shirt designing and then the sketchbook cover designing. So is this what I should be doing today? No, but I just want to. But also it's just been a while since I did a stream on YouTube, so I'm excited to get one in. Now looking at ink consumption, we've used about half of the black and the other colors are mostly full. But those are the ink levels in case anyone's curious. Okay, all the pages are cut except for the batch that I was just printing. It just finished up. And originally I was clipping these with the binder clips, but these ones were leaving little rust marks on the notepads. Like, look along there, also leaving little dents. I tried to rub off the rust with my sleeve as much as I could, so they're not too bad, but I stopped clipping them for that reason. And I decided I'm not going to worry about gluing these during the live stream. It's just going to be too much to focus on. I'd rather just focus on the miniatures. It'll make it more enjoyable for the viewers that way too. So I'm going to quickly get some lunch and then start my stream. So for the miniatures, I made a teapot, coffee pot, and floor lamp. The floor lamp's like a chandelier type of thing. That thing was a pain in the butt. Everything else I enjoyed making though. This is just a little cell cover, I think to cover the battery compartment. And then there's this little door. It's supposed to be ajar. It was more ajar, but it settled a bit while the glue was drying. So whatever. This is a little awning. So cute. Then next we have a flower bed. We'll be putting some flowers in there later, I guess. Next item is the base for the tree, like the tree bed area. And then a little oil lamp. I love this thing. Look at the little straw inside as the center bit. It's so cute. And I love the little handle. And then we have a bunch of signboards. These were super easy to make. And then the coffee grinder. So lots of little things. I realized I was missing a completed piece of my miniatures kit and I could not find it because the really small pieces go in here. The big pieces go in here. But where's the other big piece? I was even rewatching live stream footage and vlogs to try to see where I put it. And I filmed a cleaning vlog the day I put it away, but I did not film putting it away. But I think what happened is the pieces were not originally in this box. I think I had them sitting on a shelf somewhere first, and then I assigned this box. But I must have grabbed only that piece and didn't see the other piece because it's so flat. I've been searching high and low, checking drawers multiple times. I just found it. I was using my phone camera to see up on top of these shelves, like going up on the step stool and using my phone camera because I can't see that high. And then I looked over here. Oh, that's the piece I've been looking for. You go in here, buddy. The worst part is earlier I went like this to feel. I just had to move over a little bit. I didn't realize there was so much space there. And it's now Monday morning. I was getting to some emails. I'm not through them all, but I'm leaving it. It's 9:50 and the mall opens at 10. I want to go do some Christmas shopping and I want it to be done as early as possible so I can get back and pack orders before the mail pickup. And as of right now, I have 29 orders. What the heck? That's so much for being this far out from a shop update. Thank you so much. So that's how I'm going to spend a good chunk of my day. So I need to get out and do that Christmas shopping ASAP. I'm stuffing my purse with the Bailey J bags to put my purchases in. All right, I'm here at the mall. I was going to stop somewhere else first, and I totally forgot and came here. I wanted to go somewhere else first because I feel like they have a lot of gift basket type items that are really good. And so I thought I could get a decent chunk of stuff there and then top up with what I find here. I did it the wrong order. Someone's looking at me. I'm putting camera down. I hate it when I'm vlogging and someone in the vehicle next to me shows up. Well, in this case, vehicle in front of me. Anyway, so I want gift basket type stuff. But also, I've got 3 nieces to shop for of various ages and a little baby nephew. And if I find one more thing to add to Christian's gifts, that could be good too. Like, he technically has enough already, but I don't know. We'll just see what I find. But this might be spoilery for any family members watching. Any family members watching, stop now. Family members watching, stop now. Which would most likely be my mom and Christian's mom. Stop watching now. Someone just walked right past my window. Okay. You, stranger, stop watching me now. I do have my little DJI Osmo because I'm braver with this thing in public. Another one walking by. Goodbye. Ah, yes. Babalus. Now, these are my kind of minis. This is the same brand as the miniature kit I'm working on, but this looks like a lot of pre-made stuff. Like less painting, maybe? Like, look at this. Looks like you kind of just stick the pieces together. I'm not sure. A little cottagey kitchen. Little sunroom, greenhouse, workshop type thing. I guess florist. Looks like a florist. I'm now in Miniso. I feel like this is the perfect place to shop for my nieces. But I did also want to look at Lululemon for my oldest niece. Maybe I should go there first. Oh my god, they have the real life miniatures here too. I can't escape them. Oh, Stitch. This is so cute. These aren't calico critters. They are pretty cute though. They're round little faces. We have some actual calico critters. We got little keychains and a few little sets. Oh, this store's too cute. To Lulu. So tiny. So little. I kind of want to get my oldest niece a Lulu sweater. And this one's so cute. Soft. Pink. There are some other colors. I think she liked the pink the best. Black wouldn't be too bad if it wasn't the faded black. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this. Even though I have my own bags, I didn't want to pass up the Lululemon bag, and I was gonna include it with the gift possibly too, which I might still, but it's huge. I was expecting a smaller one. So now it's hunt for gift basket stuff, and then really just return to Miniso. If there's a toy store, I'll go in there as well. This is cute little reading nook. Look, it's Glinda and Elphaba. Swarovski edition. Walking past the food court, must not give in. I have 2 sets of leftovers waiting for me at home. But I haven't eaten yet today. You guys, we have onesies with matching Labubu onesies. I decided for my nephew, I think I'm gonna get him a Pokemon plushie, so I'm gonna go back to that first store I was just window shopping in that had the miniatures, because they have a lot of Pokemon stuff in there. But I'm just in Showcase right now, taking a peek. I found something for Christian. And one for me! Yes, that was Spencer's, and no, I did not buy the mug. Very tempting, though. I'm at Purdy's. It's bright out. I went back to a couple stores in the mall and went into Mind Games. I'll show you what I got when I get home. And then I quickly went into Walmart, and now I'm at a garden center. Because the last time I was here, there's a lot of cute Christmas gifty things, so I want to see if there's anything I can find to add to the gift basket. Praying cat blind box. Like a little garden ornament. Oh. Hello. DIY terrarium. Cute. Look at these pens. Okay, I'm back home. It's 2:40 right now. I scarfed down some food and showed Christian everything I got, and now I'm going to show you everything I got. Well, I didn't show him these, okay? Because these are for him. I mean, this was kind of for us. Well, these are kind of both for us, but it's for him. He's going to need someone to play his games with. So, a foldable cribbage board, because we do enjoy cribbage, and we have another Mexico trip coming up. Last time we went, one of our friends brought this, and it was fun to have. It's like a nice travel activity, so there's that. And then there's this game. This is like a one-time use kind of game. You gotta solve something, but it's not reusable at all, because apparently you have to like rip stuff up or what have you. Plus, like, once you solve it, you would know the answer. But you can't even like gift it to someone else to reuse, because you have to rip stuff. And they had a whole bunch of different themed ones. This is the Forbidden Castle, because that's Christian vibes. Yeah. Oh, Kiki, I forgot to buy something for you. Although I was thinking of just putting like a squeezy treat in each of their stockings and some loose treats. But maybe I'll be out shopping another day a little bit. Who knows? Because now that I'm home and I have everything laid out, I'm like, this could use this could use that. Okay, for BB Nephew, I did get a Pokemon plushie, and I got Piplup. They had lots of different ones. This one looked really cute, but also they had a few Pokemon that had this specific texture to it, and I thought that was kind of giving baby's first Pokemon. So there's that. And then for my youngest niece, this ice cream machine. Yeah, that looks fun. And these are things I got for myself. There's a few things that were on the shopping list: the lemon pepper seasoning, ketchup. I bought soy sauce. Turns out Christian already bought some, so now we have two. And then I could not resist the salted toasted corn and these strawberries, the strawberry marshmallows. And then I did get the bird at the garden center. See, I put a bird in the gift basket last year, so I was like, I can't do a bird again. But I was like, you know what? I just really want this, so I'm gonna buy it for myself. Because last year's bird was this one. I got one for myself, one for the gift basket. But these are so cute to just put in a planter, like, oh, now there's two birds. That's at least where he'll live for now. And yes, I already dug into those. Okay, sue me, I was starving. And then for the gift basket, which is formerly my mom's stocking, but now I just do gift basket for the fam. I feel like it needs one more non-food item, although I like to mostly give consumables, so it's not like cluttering up the house. So this is the one non-consumable, the Prayer Cat blind box. From Purdy's, we have the Nutty and Chewy collection. So they're kind of like turtles. And there's a variety pack there. I got, this is also from Purdy's, the Coffee Break Bar. Is it like a coffee crisp? I don't know. Milk chocolate with coffee. Doesn't say anything about wafer, so who knows. And then from Hickory Farms, I got a few different things. So there's the beef summer sausage, smoked cheddar, and Swiss blend. And then this kit, I was asking if they had any individual jams that were not in the kit, but they don't. But I might just like open this up. Like I might just cut the lid off and have it in the basket like this or something. Bunch of little spreads and some shortbread fingers. And then we have this Backyard Bird Select seed stick. But yeah, stick you hang in the yard. Yum, yum, yum. They're always doing bird feeder stuff, so I felt like that was suitable. So, again, I might add something to this. We'll see. Then for my oldest niece, we got the Lulu sweater. Ooh, so fancy. I don't know if she has anything like this yet. So she does have a belt bag. I don't know if it's a Lululemon one. And I was eyeing up the belt bags, but then I was like, man, I don't know exactly what she has, so I'm just not going to bother. And I kind of wanted a sweater for her anyway. So yeah, there's that. Hopefully it fits okay. It is a baggy fit, but it is an extra small. If it is a bit big, she can grow into it. And then I originally bought this for my other niece, but I feel like they should each get something Westy. They got a new puppy recently, and so I thought it'd be fun to get them something about the puppy. So it's a Westy puppy calendar. And then I still wanted something that was like a toy. So mini brands. This is a kawaii line. I don't know what kind of stuff's in it because it only shows that on the wrapper, but I don't know. It's like a nice little blind box thingy. I'm sure they'll like it. I was looking for Pokemon cards. There were none. Then for my other niece, the middle-aged one of the three nieces, I got a whole bunch of stuff from Miniso. Actually, all of it's from Miniso except the mini brands. I just don't know if I should supplement with something else because like the sweater was really expensive. Not that I need to spend that much, and not that they're gonna know how much I spent on it. But I was trying to get small kind of stationery related things that could mostly fit in this storage container. So Hello Kitty and Friends, 3 drawers. I think I'm gonna open it up and put some of the stuff in the drawers if it'll fit while it's still in its packaging. There's this pen. It has a bunch of bears in it and they move around. It's so cute. A Kuromi light up keychain. She really likes purple, so that's why I went with Kuromi specifically. Also Kuromi for the paper clips. I was looking for more cutesy office stuff like that, but there wasn't a ton. These are highlighters, 3 different ones. These are little tiny notebooks, little variety pack. And then there's this squishy one, puff cover notebook, Hello Kitty. And one other pen that's purple. It's got a paper clip kind of look to it and then a heart on it. So there's a couple non-Sanrio things, but most of it, the cutesy stuff, was Sanrio. So. And then the doggy plush keychain that looks like their puppy. And a mini brands as well. Lawn ornaments down! Lawn ornaments down! Both of them. It's so windy out today. It's 4:34, no mail pickup yet, so I'm still packing furiously. I've got those up there. The big box is hiding behind it. These. A few more to go. It's 4:56. The orders are all packed. Christian hauled them upstairs. I've printed off the manifest. I even packed one order that came in while I was packing. So I packed up 24. There were 3 more orders that were digital downloads only, so I didn't have to pack those. And then there were 2 more orders that do have physical items, but they have holds on the orders, so I don't need to pack those yet. And now, maybe glue some notepads. They're sitting here waiting to be glued. And then I have 2 more waiting to be cut. And I'm officially done printing them for now. This is probably enough. I just realized this is gonna go in the gift basket as well. That's something to zhuzh it up a bit. My notepad gluing farm is set up. They're all in there except one cut one and the 2 uncut ones. I'm gonna get glue on these bad boys, then cut these sheets. We'll see if there's time to start the next coat after that or not. Cause like, it'll take me a while to work my way to the next notepad. So maybe by the time I get to the end, I can start the next coat. Probably not. If I need to kill some time, I can do some editing. But it'd be nice if I could just do endless gluing here. Then I don't have to worry about my brush hardening. I feel like this one needs to be pushed in a little bit, but I don't know if I can without mucking things up. These ones are probably sticking out too far as well then. This bottom one looks like it's shifted sideways a bit. They're handmade. They're gonna be a little wonky. I was able to do all 3 coats back to back because the top one would be dry by the time I finished. So, yeah, those are all good to go. I haven't even had a chance to cut these yet. Oh, yeah. This one's so perfectly straight at the top. What the heck? Notepads, homemade score sheets. Heck yeah. Okay. I think the bottom 2 are going to be the most messed up. I think the books were shifting a bit as I added more to the pile. It was moving these a bit. So this one kind of has a diagonal tilt. And then this one, the top sheet or 2 were sticking forward. I could really tell as I was painting it. But you know, it looks not too bad actually. I was really struggling to cut the last notepad, so it might be a bit wonky. I was trying to trim some stuff with scissors as well. I think we'll just go 1 notepad per tier for this one. The lengths of these are not even at all. What the heck? Whatever. I told you guys during the live stream, Kiki goes after that bent paper clip all the time. I have to hide it from her. That's mine. I use it for unclogging tubes of paint and glue, all that good stuff. So I have 13 pads, 14 if you count this first one I made. I thought there was more than that. I thought I had 15 plus this one. I mean, that might still be fine. Okay. 2 for my mom and Bruce. 2 for me. That leaves 10 for Christian's parents to divvy up between themselves and friends, which I think is enough. Which one's the ugliest? That's what I'm gonna keep. Well, this one's the ugliest because that was before I did my paper measurement thing. But other than that, which one's the ugliest? Top looks really nice on this one, and the bottom's not so nice. Excuse me. Can you stop being a menace for 10 minutes? Alright, that is it for this vlog. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll see you in the next one. Look at her. Kiki, I can delay no longer. I'm a monster. Okay, I don't really know where I'm going with this, but I